Hey guys, Heather Lambert here, your Star Director with Team Smiles and Scents with Scentsy, and we are talking today about prospecting, one of the most important things in your business, and it can be one of the scariest too, but it is the most important thing. Your business right now will not succeed on the people that you know today. It won't. It will thrive and succeed on the people that you're going to meet in the future. It's the only way to build and be successful in this business is to continually add new customers, new hostesses, and new team members to your team. You have to continue to add people to your list. You just have to, because not everybody will stay around forever. They won't. And not all the people that you meet will want to do business with you. They won't. So you've got to continually add new names, new faces, new people to your list so that you can continue to grow your business. If you want to be successful, you've got to meet new people and network. Now, what is prospecting? What is networking? It just means meeting new people. That's it. It's finding new names and new faces, connecting with them, sharing your contact information so that you can talk again in the future about whatever it is you need to talk about. I like to think about it as making new friends. And we all learned how to make new friends in kindergarten. We all learned how to do that. If you have kids, you've encouraged your own kids to go make friends. What do you say to your kids when you want them to make new friends? You say, you always ask them, well, what was their name? You were playing with somebody on a playground. I ask my 5-year-old all the time, oh, that was fun. You made a friend at the playground. You guys had fun together. Yeah, well, what was their name? I don't know. You got to get people's names. Just ask their names. Say hi. Ask their names. Have a good time. But you got to know who they are and how to get a hold of them again so you can connect in the future. But your goal really when you're networking and meeting new people is ultimately just to leave them with some interest in you, that they have a desire to learn more about you, right? Or whatever it is that you talked about, and that they have a good feeling about you and your business if you happen to mention it. So that's your goal. When you're meeting new people, your goal is not to sell them Scentsy. Your goal is not to get them to book a party or to join your team. When you meet somebody new, it's going to take time to build a relationship with them. They have to know, like, and trust you. You will hear that over and over again in your business, I promise, because it is absolutely true. People do business with those that they know, like, and trust. So they've got to get to know you, they have to trust you, and they have to like you. If they don't like you, they ain't going to do business with you. So when you're networking and prospecting and getting to know new people, your goal is just to get them interested in you so that they want to see you again. They want to talk to you again. They look forward to hearing from you again, to spending time with you, and that they feel good about the connection that they had, right? That's it. It's just a positive connection. That's it. Leave them wanting more, right? So in order to be effective with prospecting and meeting new people, and I know it can be very, very hard for introverts or shy people, or I know, I am one of them. I am one of those people that when I go out on my errands, I am like tunnel vision. This is what I got to do. Miss effective, efficient, like knock them out, get them done, and go home, where I can be by myself and I can relax. So I get it. It is hard. But in order to prospect effectively, you've got to be in the moment. You've got to be walking through life and paying attention, not just driving through the drive-through. So it's a perfect analogy. Like the difference between going into a restaurant and going up to the counter and talking to the person and sitting in the dining room and looking around, interacting with people, versus driving through the drive-through and keep going on without your day. That really is the difference. So you've got to be in the moment. You've got to get out of the car and you've got to go in and you've got to talk to the people and interact and see and smile and be in the moment. Take advantage of opportunities, right? When you are out places, you've got to be listening. So I was at Walmart the other day and I was checking out, and the cashier started talking about to one of the other employees about hours, and she really needed some more shifts, and that employee left and she mentioned to me, about getting enough hours and she needs to pick up some more money. And I said, well, that's why I work my own business, so that I can work as many shifts as I want. And the more shifts I work, the more money I make. She's like, really? So I got to leave her some information, but that's what it's about. It's about being in the moment and being aware of those opportunities, smiling and being friendly with people so that they are willing to open up and tell you those things, and that then you can pay attention to and take advantage of, right? So I got to meet this lady in Walmart, and we talked about, her needing more income. So you've got to be aware and open and observing what is going on around you. Sometimes just smiling at someone that you walk by or across the room. I know that sounds kind of creepy. We're not here to pick up people or get a date, but being friendly, just smiling, being aware of what your face is doing, and being friendly and open to someone else to smile back at you, right? If you smile at someone, they're more likely to smile back at you. If you say hello, they're more likely to say hello to you. And that right there sometimes is enough to put people at ease and start a conversation. So being in the moment, being aware, being open to those opportunities while you are out and about doing your life, right? This isn't something that you have to do in addition to on your list of things that are crazy in your life. It's while you're doing all these other things. Now, it can be extra. You can go out purposefully and say, okay, I'm prospecting today. I'm going to go out in the world and meet somebody. You can do that. That would be awesome. But if you're not, and you're a little scared and you need some help, then just be open and friendly while you're going about your day, while you're going about all your other chores and errands and things. Now, as if you listened to Becca Levi's videos yesterday, she talked about excuse busting and wearing the big button out and about on her challenge. So that's another thing you can do. She has another video where she wears a Scentsy bar on a chain around her neck while she's out and about throughout her day. And it gives people curious, right? It gives people a reason to talk to you. So if you're somebody who is shy and quiet and doesn't really like to speak up and has a hard time doing that, sometimes giving people a reason to talk to you is a great way to get things started. So wearing a Scentsy bar around your neck, or a great big button that says, ask me about Scentsy, or do you need Scentsy, can be a great way to get people to start the conversation with you, if it's hard for you to do so. Branding yourself, so wearing Scentsy shirts, right? Wearing Scentsy hats, carrying Scentsy bags. I often will go around with my Scentsy basket of bars, and that gets people very curious and they start asking. If you're sniffing mini testers in the restaurant, people want to know, why are you sniffing lip gloss? And they will start a conversation with you, and it's a great way to meet people. But you've got to be in the moment. And there's a great worksheet that I will post in our group page called 10-10-10. And Lisa Hendrickson provided this for us a while back. And it basically, you make a list with 3 columns, and you think of 10 places you're going to go this week. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to go to Target. I'm going to go to Jiu-Jitsu gym. I'm going to go to the T-ball field. I will be at school at some point for a field trip. So you think of 10 things that you're going to be at and about this week. And at each of those locations, think about somebody you might come in contact with. So when I'm at school on the field trip, I might come in contact with a teacher or another parent. Maybe at T-ball, it is the coach, right? Or one of the other moms. Or maybe when I go to Target, it's that cashier that I see all the time at Target. She works every morning, I swear. Think about if you stop by Dunkin' Donuts every morning to get your coffee. Is it the same workers that you see time and time again? And then your goal is to find out one new thing about that person. It's not necessarily to sell them or to book them or anything like that. It's to find out something new about that person. Maybe it's their name. Maybe you don't even know their name, and that's what you're going to learn. Maybe it's what they do for a living. Maybe it's what they're doing this weekend. Maybe it's, I don't know, whatever it is. So you have 10 places, 10 people that you are focused in on, and your mission for the week is to find out something new about each of those 10 people. If you continue to do that week after week, you're going to get to know people. You're going to build relationships. You're going to meet new people. Those people are going to introduce you to new people. Eventually, business will come up, I promise. So that's the cool thing about prospecting, is it's not about business. It's not always. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it comes up very quickly, especially if it's branded and that's what they approach you about. But it's not always about business. It's really just about getting to know people and meeting as many as you can, so that those people you can build relationships with, and then they can then learn about this wonderful business that you have, and then some of them will be interested and some of them won't be. Some of them won't be interested, but they'll know somebody who is, and they might refer you, and you'll get to know their circle of people. And then your network grows even more exponentially, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So the important thing to remember is to have patience, because this is not about sales. It's not about bookings. It's not about recruiting. It's about meeting people and building relationships. The business will come if you get to know people and they get to know you, they like you, and they trust you. So it's about getting to know them. It's about building the relationship and building the trust so that then they might want to do business with you. And like I said, sometimes that relationship moves quicker than others. Sometimes business comes up right away. Sometimes it doesn't. And it's okay. You have to be patient and just build the relationship. Be authentically interested in people, not in what they can buy from you, not in what free night they have on their calendar that they can book a party. Don't make that your goal, your focus. Make it about them, about just getting to know people. The business will come, I promise, if you're just authentically interested in people and let them be interested in you. Share what you do, share your life. Scentsy is a part of that. They will learn about it, and if they're interested, they will take advantage. Listen. When you're talking with them and you're building this relationship, you will get to know what areas of their life they're struggling or what areas they want more. And maybe then is a great opportunity to bring up how Scentsy might be able to fill that opportunity for them and help them. It's always about them and not about you. So just remember that prospecting is about building relationships, not about sales, bookings, and recruits. The business stuff comes later as you build the relationship. And it will be stronger. They'll be more loyal to you if you're not pushing that stuff to them right off the bat. So don't rush it, right? All right, so what do you do? How do you do this prospecting? This sounds great, but what do I do? Well, you got to put yourself out in the world, right? I've moved my business twice now, and it's hard to start over, but I have to do the same things you do. When you start a brand new business, you know a few people, but you don't know a lot of people, so you got to put yourself out there. So what did I do? The lady in Walmart, I wear branded clothes, I wear my bag, I carry stuff around with me. You can take kids to the playground, and when you're at the playground, you chit chat with the other moms. There's a ton of other moms, and if you go to the same places time after time at the same time every week, you get to know the same people. People are creatures of habit, and they all have routine. And so if you do the same things each week on the same day around the same time, you're going to start to see the same people. That's why that sip and sniff at the coffee houses and stuff that you've seen, if you take your testers and you go work out of the house in a coffee shop every week on the same day at the same time, you're going to see the same people, same workers, same customers, and they're going to start to notice that you are there every week. And they're going to start to be curious, and then you're going to start to get friendly, because now you're not a stranger anymore. You're the lady that comes there every week, and so they're going to say hi, and they're going to smile, and they're going to be curious at what you're doing at that table, sniffing those testers and filling out postcards and whatever it is that you're doing, labeling things. But if you are working somewhere week after week, people will be curious, and you'll start to build relationships with those people. So it's the same thing at a playground. If you take your kids to the playground, if you go to a park, if you go inside to get your coffee instead of running through the drive-thru, you're going to see people, you're going to interact with people, and that can be a start of forming relationships. Just be friendly. Another thing you can do is volunteer. People are always looking for volunteers. Schools, hospitals, all sorts of nonprofit organizations are always looking for volunteers for different things. So go volunteer. Volunteer at your church. They've got stuff going on, I'm sure. And it can be a way to meet new people and build relationships and trust with people. When you're doing your errands, right? Just be aware. Be in the moment. You can take kids to story time. The library is a great source of activity, free activity, that you can take your kids, or they have classes that you can take as an adult, and you will meet people. Craft stores like Michael's and Hobby Lobbies and Joann Fabrics and all of those, they all have arts and crafts classes that are very inexpensive. Some of them are free. And if you go take a class, learn something new, You're going to meet people. Go to the gym and be friendly with people. Take an exercise class. What else? When you are invited to a party or an event, or there's a community event happening in your area, go. As tired as you are, as busy as you are, maybe it sounds cool, but when it comes right down to it, you just don't feel like it. Make yourself go. You will meet people at these events. You will meet people at the party. Christopher's in kindergarten now, and he gets invited to all sorts of birthday parties, and it is a great place to meet and get to know other parents. And now I have all these new contacts, and they start to get to know me, and now they know about my business, and you just never know where that can take you. Melanie Hall went to a birthday party for her daughter, I believe it was, and was chit-chatting with the other moms, and lo and behold, one of them needed a fundraiser. It turned out to be like a $12,000 or $13,000 fundraiser, you guys. You never know. So make yourself go when you're invited, right? I went to a premier jewelry party. I wasn't really interested in buying jewelry. I'm not a big jewelry person, but one of my customers was having a premier jewelry party, so I went. I didn't want to. I told Dave I wasn't gonna. He's like, you need to go. I was like, you're right, I do. So I went, I showed up. I didn't even change. I was scrubby. Everybody else was looking nice, but I went. And I showed up, and I ended up swapping parties with the hostess, or with the consultant. So she had a party for me, and it was an over a $500 party. And now I have an entire new set of contacts. And they're all direct salespeople, so they know the drill. And if they like the stuff, they're going to shop. So it was very, very profitable. So go to things that you're invited to. You will meet people. The other thing is, when I deliver orders. So whenever I deliver orders, I try to deliver in person to people at their work. Because when I go to their work, every time they have order delivery, I get to meet the same people over and over again. They start to get to know who I am. I can bring samples to make people happy, and it's a great time. So another way to get to know people and for them to get to know you. So it's really about, like I said, just getting out in the world. It's about exchanging information. It's about meeting new people. It's about being friendly and open to conversation. It's about paying attention to opportunity and taking advantage. Say hello. Smile at people. Ask how are you. Tell the girl with the nice shoes that she's got nice shoes. Tell the cashier at the grocery store that you love her earrings. Right? Go in when you can. Show up when you're invited. And just make new friends. Don't make it about sales or business. The business will come. Build the relationships. Let people get to know you. Get to know other people. Be authentically curious about them and their life. Let them share with you their needs, wants, and desires. And then you can let them know how Scentsy might be able to help them fulfill some of that for themselves. So I hope you are inspired to go out into the world today and meet somebody new, make a new friend. It will do wonders for yourself. Maybe you'll meet your new best friend. Who knows? Maybe you'll meet your next director. You never know who you might meet or who those people might introduce you to in the future. So get out there and make new friends, meet new people, and it will build your business.